stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Oh well.
Ah, a blunt force trauma specialist. I might have a job for you. Maybe you can do something about this lump in my neck.
Oh shit, it's gonna take forever. Oh, that's what makes it even fun. Okay. Do you have a randomizer? Nope. change the hair and stuff first. That's too dark. Can I zoom out? No. There we go. Now you can see it better. That's one bad thing about these games, they really don't put any cool hairstyles. Well, to me anyway. That one looks nice, let's go with that. I like that. Eyebrow style. There we go. Facial hair, yeah, you don't need facial hair. Sure. And no dirt. Scars are always cool. Want to know how I got these scars? Ooh. There aren't any really cool ones like there usually are. Let's just go with that one. Age. Yeah, let's go young. Okay. Enter your character name. Dude, I don't know. Let's just go with my name. Since I can never come up with names for my characters. Looks good to me. I mean, I can always restart, right?
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 90%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Somebody getting out of their car. Being super loud about it.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
I need to figure out how to get my glasses not to glare on stream. Seems like no matter what I do, my glasses always glare.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Hey, little guy. Oh, that's cute. Come here. Where? Wrong button. Their version of stim pack. I saw something else highlight. Oh. It is the same thing. Okay. While sneaking, use tall grass, rocks, or other cover to hide from enemies. What if I want to fight him? How the hell am I supposed to sneak past him now? Oh my gosh. Instead of use the tall grass, I'm supposed to use the tall grass. Just be fast, I guess. Ah, shit. Shh. You don't see me. Shh.
Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Tell me. Ow. You have low health. Oh, there's my health bar. What if I can move that? Can I move that? See, like the bottom left-hand corner? UI. Unfortunately, no. That sucks.
Hey, you, come here.
Come here.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one.
Okay, buddy.
Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
Trying to sell me something, buddy?
Yes, nailed it that time. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Okay. No? Do I shoot it?
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactile time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action, which I then realized. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly while moving an attack. Drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Okay, can I go? Am I stuck? What happened? Oh, I'm an idiot. A, if I read it, it says hold A to continue. Crazy. Oh shit. Pick that up. Fish sticks. That is... Your hacking and lockpicking skills help you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks. Bypass shunts? Bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. Can I lockpick that? Oh wait, yeah, okay, 2 out of 5. Okay. Come on. Yeah, two more. That is. Okay. What do I do with these? You build mining gear. Does really body part have something? No? Can I sneak attack? Be very quiet. Well, I suck. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, you need to get better at aiming. Oh my gosh. Turn on the sensitivity. Oh no, reload, reload, reload! What the hell was that? Gosh. Oh shit. You know, guess I should have went on story mode. Where the hell does body go? There he is. Come on. I'm gonna use all my health kits. How do I switch weapons? Okay. There we go. I'm more of a melee guy. Because I suck at aiming. Yeah, sensitivity. Make it a lot easier for me. Yeah, there we go. I need up a little bit more. Maybe like 25. Oop, oop, nope. Alright, let's try that one.
Hey!
Shot him.
Get over here before you get yourself
Well,
killed.
you guys were a lot of help when I was out there getting shot.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Yeah, it's pretty good
Call
so far,
on that
Kelly.
rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders
suck at
shambling
aiming.
about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Oh no, she cussed.
Here we go.
Oh no. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. Switching to sensitivity.
Time to collect a fine bounty.
I just earned a fine bonus.
What do you have? Skin. Labs. Where'd the other guy go? Huh? Where the hell did he go? Oh, whatever.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Okay. There we go.
Unauthorized act. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I have been programmed to communicate with diplomacy and tact. Please allow me to demonstrate. Jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Sure.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm Captain Hawthorne.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Level up. Oops. Okay. Let's go some guns, defense, dialogue, and sure. Companion ability 1 could be companions to use their abilities on your target. Damn it. Perks. Okay. I have 1 perk point. You go out there your time outside. Fast travel when encumbered. Okay. Wonder how. Do you get a perk every time you level up? I wonder. Alright, let's do health first. And the next time I will do the other one. Reputation. Groundbreaker neutral. Oh, so there's a lot of factions. I'm gonna call them just because that's what they call them in Fortnite. Fallout. Bleh. Same thing. Okay.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it?
Yeah.
Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
What should I do? I don't have a job. You got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Staging Infector. Do you take down payments in wanton violence?
Oh, Bible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay. Now where the hell am I going? Going to town. Gotta get some parts. Going to town. Gotta get some parts. Gosh, so bad. Shit. Where the hell's he at? I literally do not see. Oh, there he is. Good gosh. Alright, where'd your body go? There he is. Nothing. Nothing, and another pistol. Sleep. I don't need that. It's like a spaceship flying. Hello, sir.
Whoa, hey.
I'm new in
Don't
town.
go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
How do you know I'm not a marauder?
You talk too pretty for a Marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell.
Brr.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of
What, are they
Edgewater's
kidding
high
me?
walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses.
I'm lying a lot.
You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
I don't know why. I don't know.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
It says I'm playing. That's weird. I don't know. Whatever, I guess. Guess I fixed it.
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
Gosh damn it,
You-
that's not what I wanted
but-
to click.
Every now and again, a virulent
You
plague
get him
sweeps
off
through
the-
our town. That's life on the frontier.
Alright. Let's go.
The grease monkey. Seems we've got a
The
guest.
money.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. No, this guy has
I
a
am
lot of
not
words
trying to
that
pull one
talk by
over on
me.
you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Achievement. You can compare their adventures and blah blah blah. Alright. Oh, here you are. Okay. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. I can't do that. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
We are in his office, though.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
The vicar.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Ah, well, listen to old daddy. Come on. I got too much stuff selected. Journal. What's this? South local grader asked you to collect money from the few workers late on their payments. Oh, let's do that first real quick. Let's go get the monies. Oh. Okay. The vicar should be in town, so she said before we leave. I should probably put the gun away while I'm in town, that'd be smart. Why would they not leave me through the damn doorway?
I've always felt weird in here. It's to.
Well,
Hey
cleared.
there, Mary. Don't see you round.
Oh, hey.
I
Here
just
we
came
go.
to talk to the vicar is all.
So Vicar's like, oop, nope. Vicar's like,
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Anybody's watching, can you tell me if my mic volume isn't loud enough, or if my game volume's too loud, or if it's just right? I greatly appreciate it.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say?
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, let's go. I don't even remember her name. Let's go, companion. Man, that's beautiful. It's got like a different type of look to it, and I really like it. It's kind of cartoonish and realistic at the same time. That's freaking beautiful. Olay! Okay. 5.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon.
Oh, run.
Now they only come but once a month.
Wait.
I love the wind here.
I'm going the wrong way. That reminds me of Skyrim right there. That's beautiful. was a mine. It's right there. There's a lot of them. Okay. Can I disarm them? Nope. That hurt. Okay. Oh, so there you disarm it.
Here they come!
Shit. Oh, hell, I hope there's autosave, because I don't think I saved my game. Shoot. Thank God autosave. Okay, since I know they're there now.
Got it? Inside voices.
That'd be very sneaky. I'm gonna blow them to hell. I have no thought this game. It's a lot harder to eliminate enemies. Games like it. I'm gonna die. Holy cow. Nope. Shoot.
Down they go!
More set of ammo, more set of health. Wish I had for some grenades. Holy cow. How's that for what? Holy. Piece of crap. So our map's slaying better than a dang pistol. Sheesh. President. Hey. Guess not. Okay. Inventory. Damn it. Armor. Armor level 3. 4 armor level 16. Heavy weapons 5, stealth kills -5. Oh, that's a helmet. Okay. Just do that for clothing. Oh, no, that's actual armor. 16. Stealth -5 though. Do I want to go stealth? Yeah, because they really don't use heavy weapons. Let's go stealth for the moment. Scratch that for the moment. Okay. Not that much ammo now. Alright, 5 skill points. Skills. Okay. Let's see here. Ranged. Defense. Persuade. Let's get some more sneak. Attack. Leadership. Let's go attack again. Range twice. Let's go Dally one more time. Okay. Apply. Location. Okay. And regular perk. Okay, so I don't get a perk every time I level up then. Dawn. Okay. Wait, where do I go? Alright. Pretty trees. Wow, these are really cool. Look, they're alive.
Move along, stranger.
Move
we don't
along,
want any
little
trouble.
doggy. Move along.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Move along.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with... You don't know what enough with the questions means?
I got some questions.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can. What is it?
Oh shit.
So pretty.
Yeah, we stole that, or saw that.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Many questions.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Adelaide.
Excuse me,
Sounds like a
Miss
drink.
McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
I'd love to drink out of something somebody spit in for a long time.
Reed Thompson. You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
I love spit.
Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Ah, crap. Now I gotta make a decision.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Where we go? Journal. Refuse to return to Edgewater. Head to the geothermal plant and redirect the power island. Arriving at Edgewater. Hey, gosh. Wait, how the hell do I go there? Why the hell am I tired? I need coffee.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh, trying to leave town, guys. No need reason to blow me up. No need to blow me up. We are off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh shit, that freaking hurts. Da dun da dun da dun.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Well, that doesn't look safe. So can I hop the gate?
System performing an area sweep now.
How the hell do I get in there then?
Beginning security.
Incoming!
Oh oh, no. Oh hey look, I could have went through here I think.
Sweeping the area.
What the hell am I supposed to do? No? Can I even go in there? That'll be easy. I have 19 health. Yeah. Well, 9 ammo. ammo. Oh, there's one right here. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh shit. Come on, give me ammo, give me ammo. 9 bullets. Sick. And I'm out. Go again. That was easier than I thought. It could have been a lot worse. How did we get through that wall? I have no idea. Nothing. So no ammo at all, right? That's good. Good. Freaking great. Alright guys, I'm actually going to go for now. My wife's going to be home in a minute. But I will be live again sometime this Saturday or Sunday after 4 o'clock Central Time. So make sure to subscribe and turn notifications, and I will be back sometime this weekend. And more videos coming soon. Thank you. Bye.